Well, this didn't take long, did it? Has Courtney, yes, Courtney, you know, the woman from the bookshop, the woman who Meghan Markle tried to wrestle the microphone from, even though Meghan, well, it wasn't her book launch, was it? But it might as well have been because, you know, she was an ex-friend from college. And suddenly, of course, she just wanted to share with the world that we've known each other a long time. So I'll just dictate to you, as I've always done, you know, the sort of thing. We've had friends like that, haven't we, chums? And then, of course, you find out this. Just how friendly really were they? As ever, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you. Thank you so much for your time. Lovely to have your company. Can I share this as well? I know I don't care whether people tell me off. I'm like talking to you. I was in the bank the other day, yes, trying to connect with a few pounds. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I love it when they go, you know, when you do this, when you go in the bank, and they've all got the Madonna headset on, and they say to you, you know, like, oh, you can do that online. Oh, you can do everything online, can't you? You can go to the toilet online, apparently, according to the bank. What's interesting is that, you know, I said, well, I want some cash. Oh no, you need to wait in the queue. I thought that's why I'm waiting, and it'd be helpful if you took the headset off and got behind and served. You know what I'm saying? Interesting this though, they had a fruit bowl, sweet bowl, should I say, of these sweets in fruitellas and opal fruits or whatever they call Starburst. And have you now tasted them and thought, goodness, I used to like those, and now you wouldn't buy them? Is it a sweet that you've recently had, or a chocolate bar or something? You think, oh, goodness, you know, I used to like a fruit and nut. No comments, but you know what I mean. I used to love a fruit and nut, but even when you buy that now, not very tasty. Let me know if it's because they say, don't you? Oh, when you get old, it's just your taste buds. It's not us. They've taken everything out. Fruitellas, oh, it's like chewing a dishcloth. Never again. Let's get back to your story. Here's an interesting thing. Yes, I'm talking to you, absolutely. This, of course, was the bookstore thing that Meghan Markle I quite liked it really. She sort of hijacked it, didn't she? Fashion icon turning up just in this block ensemble, pared down makeup. This is Meghan, of course, trying to reinvent herself, chums, right? She's reinvented herself as this regular mom, just going to the bookstore, having a coffee. Because remember, in that piece for Bloomberg, do you remember this? She said she just often likes to go in the bookstore and just wander around. Now, any busy mom with children, 2 children knows that is a luxury, isn't it, girls? I mean, you know, I've got friends who've got kids and they just say sometimes just washing your hair and getting your makeup on is a monumental feat because there's somebody banging on the door, somebody's thrown toast upside down on the floor, you know, the sort of thing. But Meghan, she can spend hours just wandering around flower shops, you know, and gravitates to whatever colours that she likes, you know, this sort of thing. This is just where it's farcical. Now, Courtney, apparently, as we learned, well, they've been friends since they were 17, never seen her, never mentioned at the wedding, and according to an excellent source, a whole new revelation for Prince Harry too, right? You just got to smile at this stuff. Now, according to the excellent source, Harry apparently, you know, gets on quite well with her, but she's new to him, right? Again, I have to say allegedly. Here's where this gets really interesting as well, though, because after having her sort of thing hijacked, right? And, you know, clearly, you know, she comes from a wealthy background. She's got a good book, it seemingly is kind of interesting. And I would suggest also that this is a sort of book that Meghan will be plundering for future content, right? There's only one reason Meghan Markle connects with somebody, and there has to be a good connection. So Courtney suddenly is there, as you see, microphone taken off, etc. I can tell you that behind the scenes, Courtney apparently has been banned from talking about Meghan Markle. Now, right? I mean, you kind of, you know, none of these so-called friends, Serena Williams, who went and did somebody else's podcast, you know, over here in Bath, she couldn't be bothered with Meghan either much, and Serena's pretty loose on the normality stakes as well, right? Now, where this gets interesting for me is the reason apparently why Courtney's been banned from chatting to the media is for her own good, because the media will twist it, and, you know, it will all just become about Meghan, and you know, they want her to sell the book. Now, it's interesting, as I said, because according to an excellent source, Courtney and Meghan have only recently reconnected. They're not the bosom buddies, and you can see this according to an excellent source. But watch the lady's body language, watch the eyes. You know, they didn't seemingly, they knew maybe elements about each other from all those years ago, but truly there was no sort of, we meet for coffee, she calls me once a week to check in, none of that. It was very much a choreographed piece of what, you know, she was allowed to say. Hence the reason Meghan Markle took the microphone and did that. So sources are telling me that Courtney, nice as she is, you might just say this brought attention to her book. Meghan realised that, and again, I have to say allegedly. And the bottom line also is it worked on two levels. It told the world that Meghan did have friends prior to marrying in the royal family. And the other side of it is, well, then the friend's not allowed to chat. Surely the friend would be really interested in an interview to talk about the ongoing 25, 30-year friendship between these two ladies. That might even soften the very harsh and some might say abrasive image of the former royal known as Meghan Markle. But seemingly, Courtney, in many respects, has already been Markled. Neil Sean, Kensington, London.